Hi everyone. Now I'm going to talk about how to create a TCP driver. First, we need to learn the APIs of TCP. For TCP, we can create a client driver or server driver. And for client driver, there are status, TCP open, close, send, and send hex. Status is to return the status of the request sent in TCP client mode. And TCP open is to open the TCP connection. Close is to close the TCP connection. Send is to send message, send string message. And send hex is to send hexadecimal data. And for TCP server, there are status, start, send, and send hex. Also, there is a close. Status is to return the status of the send request in TCP server mode. Start is to start the server. Send is to send data, send string data. Send hex is to send hexadecimal data. And close is to close the server. And now let's come to the edge control software to create a new TCP driver. Here we choose normal as an example and name it TCP test. Version 1. And port type here we choose Ethernet and TCP client as an example. Here press OK. About the main properties, variable, timer, feature, driver events, we have talked about it before. So I'm going to talk about the protocol. On open, here is to execute the code when establishing the connection. And here we can use the status API to get the status of the TCP connection. And we print the status. On message, here is to execute the code when receiving the message. The data we received is the byte data. So we need to convert it to string or another type we want. I'm going to print the data. So I need to convert it into string. And for TCP client, we need to open the connection. So we create a new function called open connection to open the connection of the TCP client. Usually, we open the TCP connection in main. It means that it will open the connection once the driver is loaded. So we call the open connection function here. Then we create a new function to send message to my PC. We name it send data and set parameters for it. We set a string parameters and name it data. And press OK. Here we use send. And here we can choose the data. This data is the parameters that we set while creating the function. And after finishing programming it, we can test the driver. Here we can click the driver test, the debug key to test the driver. Processor, we need to choose the processor's IP. And IP, I'm going to enter my PC's IP. And port, we can set the port we want because it is sent to my PC, so it doesn't matter. Then we upload it. Driver started successfully. Then it will open the test script window. In UI Designer, we use call driver to call the driver's feature, call the driver's function. But in driver testing, we use call feature. And here we select send feature. I'm going to send hello world. Then I'm going to open a tool to check the message we received from the processes. Here on the right, the protocol here, we choose TCP server. And the local IP, we choose my PC's IP. And the port, I've set it to 8000. Then we open it. Then we click the run icon to run the code. Here we can see that repeat connection. This is because I've opened the connection and it is connected. And here we receive the hello world. Then I'll send a message back. Send, hi, I am PC. Send. Here received, hi, I'm PC. And that's all for creating the TCP driver.